stop us if you've heard this one before, but the Nasdaq 100 is hitting another record high today. Its 9th and 11th sessions. Welcome to Trading Nation. Bill Baruch and Gina Sanchez are your team today. Bill, it's 9th and 11th sessions. I think it's like 25 out of 33 or 35 days. At some point, do these stocks have to cool off, or is the momentum going to get more positive momentum?
I agree. I do think that these stocks do have to cool off. Right now, I think this rally is more of a byproduct of the competition. Now, I liken this to something of the Golden State Warriors right now, and the market seems to be making new highs as much as the Golden State Warriors can win. But ultimately, I think, again, it's a byproduct of the competition. People feel comfortable buying tech stocks, and ultimately, that's what's leading this market higher. The FANG stocks are continuing to lead this market higher, and there's people as well look back to 2008, and they get worried about getting out and selling out of good positions and good investments that they had. So no one wants to sell right now, and so people just keep buying higher. But once the market does start to correct, you will see a big fear, and that's going to over-exaggerate a move to the downside. The one thing that I find very interesting is about 10% is only to the base that we built in the Nasdaq in March, and I think that does need to get retested, and it could happen this year.
Well, could and will, Bill, are different things. Quickly, what do you think? Do you think it will happen this year?
I think there's a very high probability that we do see that this year.
Okay, there you go. Gina Sanchez, I know you tend to be a little more sort of worried or watchful of valuation. Earnings have been growing for a lot of these companies. I get it, but we're starting, at some point, do we have to start worrying about valuation, I guess is my question.
Look, we've been worried about valuations for some time, and particularly in the FANG stocks. Apple aside, we think that the valuations have been interesting and challenging. I think the market is suffering from an extreme case of FOMO. This is a clear fear of missing out. Yeah, everybody wants to be in, nobody wants to miss it. But at the end of the day, just kind of tracing to one thing Bill said, if we had a 10% correction, we're only going back to the base that began in March. If you look at the multiples, we are at 15-year highs. That's a big statement right there. We are back to levels not seen since the dot-com boom. That's an important observation, and I do think that at some point those multiples they're reflective of being at the beginning of a recovery, and at that point in time, usually tech stocks are a great investment because they reflect an expanding economy. But we have seen continued expectations not being met anymore. We're seeing the Citigroup the Citigroup Economic Expectations Index starting to show more and more misses, which is to say that now we're well ahead of where the market is in terms of our expectations. So I think that these multiples could be well ahead of where the numbers will actually end up at the end of the year, and we could definitely see a retracement of where we have been. Okay.
Well said, and just another amazing milestone for the Nasdaq 100, which seems to just roll through whatever it is, North Korean missiles or Comey testimonies. It doesn't seem to care. Gina and Bill, thank you both very much. Folks, check out the live version on CNBC's Power Lunch. I'll see you there for that. Have a great day.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.